অসম বৰ্ণিল অসমৰ সংস্কৃতি অসমৰ সাংস্কৃতিক জগতৰ বিভিন্ন খবৰৰ মালিকালৈ ফ্ৰণ্টিয়াৰ টিভিৰ বিশেষ অনুষ্ঠান সাংস্কৃতিক পৰিক্ৰমা প্ৰতি দেওবাৰে দুপৰীয়া 1:30
Hello and welcome to In Conversation. Today we have with us the new Chief Minister of ARUNACHAL Pradesh, Mr. NABAM TUKI. After much of political hiccups, we see that ARUNACHAL Pradesh has a new Chief Minister. Welcome to our In Conversation program.
Thank you.
So like today you are a Chief Minister of ARUNACHAL Pradesh, but today the discussion is about how you choose to be a politician and what was the decision that you ultimately decided that you have to be a politician.
I start my politics from schooling days. During schooling days also, I happened to be a general secretary. I was in various committees. It was a mess committees, so many committees in the schools and hostels. I was active part in that time also, and I was took active part in cultural activities, sports activities, social service. These are my special subjects.
So when as a child, when you decided in a school, as you mentioned, that you want to be a politician, what was the core subject or the core principle in your life when you said that I want to be a politician? Why did you think that you want to be a politician? What was the reason behind it? We know that politicians want to serve to the people, but do you had something inclination towards politics, or what inspired you to be a politician?
When I was a student, during 1980 onwards, I entered into politics. In 1983, I became NHI president for state unit. Then after that, I served as General Secretary All India NHI and Chairman Northeastern States NHI Coordination Committee. After that, I was elevated to Youth Congress President. Then from continuously after youth, I was served since 88 to 95 as Youth Congress President. Then 95 onwards, I was in the PCC in various capacities: General Secretary, Treasurer, Vice President, Working President, and now second term PCC President.
After serving in Congress Party and serving as a politician for so long, how does it feel to be a Chief Minister of a state?
I was never expected that I will become a Chief Minister. It is the time, the circumstances, and it is the luck, and also the getting supports of the friends and the blessings of Congress Party High Command. The Congress Party High Command, Madam Gandhi, has recognized the services rendered by the Congress Loyalist Party men.
So when you say luck, and it's very for a politician who is serving in state, it is the ultimate position to be a Chief Minister. So today you are a Chief Minister, a very young Chief Minister, I must say. You have just served for a decade as a politician, and today when you see that your dream is realized, how do you see, what will be your, when you meet people, because most of the population we understand in Arunachal Pradesh are Nishis, and I had interacted with a lot of people that they were waiting to see a Nishi Chief Minister.
Of course, it is a big burden. I have to shoulder all the responsibilities of the people, and I have to see that security of every citizens and every family is to be taken care. I have to give up to the expectations to the people in general, and I am confident that at least with my experience of services and my contributions made to the society and to the people, I can able to deliver a good services to them and see that our people get benefit in all level.
So we understand that as a politician you have to represent people's voice, people's concern at different platforms. Today you represent Arunachal Pradesh and you are the head of the state now. So when you hold such a important position to channelize the issues of Arunachal Pradesh, to channelize the voices, the aspiration of the people, how will you take the matters ahead? Because Arunachal Pradesh is neighboring to China, and we have seen that China has always made claims that Arunachal be part of them. So we see a very, very major concern. So as a Chief Minister, how do you see that how we can build confidence among the people that yes, India and Arunachal Pradesh is a part of India and we will not allow this to happen?
It will never be happen. We are very much Indian, and Indian players playing all over the Arunachal Pradesh. People residing there in the border areas all used to say Jai Hind. They used to say Jai Hind, and they used to say Bande Matram. So our people are more patriotism than rest of the people in a country, according to me, in my opinion, because whenever our VIP goes, ministers or officers or any political leader, any senior citizen goes to the border areas and border villages, they used to welcome us with a huge queues and welcome with Jai Hind, Namaste and Bharat Mata Ki Jai. That is their slogans. So
and we see that in Arunachal Pradesh people speak Hindi, which itself is a what called example that people are very, very much Indian here. Though despite we have so many different tribes residing in this part of the country.
Yes, you are right. Our people, general people who are living in the villages, even in the border areas, they speak Hindi better than me, and better than some of the in rural urban areas also. Everybody they sings Hindi songs. They see Hindi films. Most likely. Rather, sometimes they used to participate in the competitions, music or dance or other, even in national level also they used to participate.
As a Chief Minister, you have a responsibility to bring in development, to follow the legacy of Doji Khandu in Arunachal Pradesh. As you, when you have been sworn in, you also are talking to media, you have said that development would be the main priority. So what are the sectors which you prioritize? Because we understand that Arunachal Pradesh is rich in natural resources, which you have been mentioning in your various press conferences and address to the media.
Development is the main to bring peace to the state. And peace is the background to bring development to the state. So both are very, very important. So development and peace is my priority, and I will take it a considerable step with the help of guidance from the central government and our leadership, and as well as from our colleague ministers and MLAs, and we will see that Team Arunachal reach up to village level.
So we have so many national schemes which are being implemented in Arunachal Pradesh, especially the NREGS and various other National Rural Health Mission scheme which are being implemented. So how do we see the implementation of this scheme will be ensured in right earnest, so that we see that all these schemes are implemented properly and we see that development takes place? Because we have seen many media report that many schemes in Arunachal Pradesh don't get implemented properly. So as a Chief Minister of the state, how will you ensure that schemes, national schemes and state level schemes are properly implemented so that we see that development takes place in the right spirit?
It is very important that all the schemes we are getting from the central government should be implemented properly and smoothly, and the benefits should go to the people at large. And we, in my view, they are doing well, and so far I don't have any negative reports against any of the schemes now. But even then, I will see that a monitoring committee goes to the every and each place where schemes are implementing, and they should report to the government time to time, so that the money which is sanctioned for the particular project is implemented, and use it properly. And there is also third-party monitoring system in mostly central schemes. So third-party monitoring committee is also there to check the schemes implementations, that part also. Even then from our department side also, I will ensure that the scheme is implemented properly.
When we talk about development, the factors like education, health and per capita income of the person is very, very important, and because this is the ratio where we measure development index as far as UNDP is concerned. So when we're talking today about reaching out to the people, making that the state is developed in right proportion, every state gets equal share of development. So how will we grow the seed of development which has already been planted in Arunachal Pradesh? How we ensure that this plant grows?
We have lot of potential in the agro horti industry. We have potential in the natural resources like hydro, mining and others, and we have potential for tourism development and industry development, and we have also potential for cottage industries. So I'll take up this issue one by one, and on the basis of the priority, with the support of central government, will do it, and then so that every members of the family gets benefited, and they have self-sufficient, and future next few years they become self-reliant.
You have served Arunachal Pradesh as the PWD minister. So during your tenure, that communication or improving the road communication and the air connectivity had been a very, very important issue as far as Arunachal Pradesh is concerned, because to reach to a destination like Guwahati, it takes around 8 to 10 hours, and most of the students from here, if they have to travel to other states, it's only the road which is the possible, and as far as Arunachal Pradesh state is concerned, interrelated, and it is very, very difficult to reach from one place to another. Suppose you have to reach to Bomdila or to other part of Arunachal Pradesh, it becomes very, very difficult. So how do we think that the surface transportation or the interconnectivity between different states of Arunachal Pradesh and the rest of Northeast can be improved? Your vision.
Communication is very important. Without communication, there cannot be development, and communication can only give access to the development. So my priority will be development of road communication. Most important is that completion of this trans-Arunachal highways and national highways, and under SRADP, the roads links to all district headquarters, which is under construction. Some are implementing now, and some are under process. So within next 3 years, these all schemes will be completed. With that, I think we will have a very good road, national highways linked to all the district headquarters, so that the socio-economic development will boost up.
And so what about education? Because when we are talking about development, education is a very, very important sector which we cannot miss. So how do you see personally envision at this point of time that how we can improve the education scenario? Because we know that a number of children from Itanagar studies outside, and they are doing really good. So how can we improve the education scenario in the remote areas, especially of Arunachal Pradesh?
Yeah, you are right that education is the backbone of the society. We have to see that the education systems are improved, and some new education policy to be adopted, so that the students studying in various government schools also have that quality to compete with the rest of the students in the private schools. So I will see that this experienced person, a learned person, a knowledgeable person to be interested to do this. Will have a committee to examine this, and then for further interest of the students for the academic career and to improve the quality of the education, will have the committee to examine, and it will report to government for consideration, and we will discuss in the cabinet.
So you have mentioned about so many schemes and how you want to channelize all these schemes in Arunachal Pradesh. When we are talking about so many focus areas of development, how do we think, or do you think that we need a certain committee, as you have been mentioning that cabinet will decide? So every committee, like health is an important sector, agriculture is an important sector, and tourism, as far as Arunachal Pradesh is concerned, is very, very important, because we see when we talk about North,